Hello beautiful people! In this video, we will take you to our first visit to USA, in particular Virginia and Washington DC, during a long weekend getaway. This video is also dedicated to our beautiful relatives who made the whole trip wonderful.
I have always wanted to visit my cousin in Virginia, and when we got our US visa, we finally made it happen.
Welcome to New York.
We went on a road trip because we love driving our Jaguar and seeing some sceneries along the way. Toronto to Virginia is a 9-hour drive, long and tiring. But it was so worth it, especially when we reached, and I finally hugged my cousin again after about 7 years.
Is it everyone in?
Yes. The next day, we expected it to rain, but it didn't stop us from roaming around. Our first stop was the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. As a result of heavy rain, the museum was packed with families, residents, and tourists. The main hall showcased a towering dinosaur skeleton and a life-size model of a blue whale suspended from the ceiling. The Ocean Hall is surrounded by immersive displays of marine life. It was fascinating to explore the wonders hidden beneath the waves and realize the importance of protecting these fragile ecosystems. The scale and grandeur of this place are breathtaking.
And now we enter the dinosaur hall, surrounded by fossils of ancient creatures. We were amazed at the massive T-Rex and the long-necked Diplodocus. Standing in the presence of these prehistoric giants made the kid inside me dazzled. It was like stepping back in time to a long-gone era.
Next up was the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. We were fascinated. The museum has a vast collection of historic aircraft, interactive exhibits, and in-depth exploration of space missions. The exhibits showcase the wonders of human imagination. The museum's dedication to preserving and sharing the history of flight and space exploration is commendable.
Seeing the Blackbird SR-71, a plane that reached top speed of 3,540 km, and the Discovery Space Shuttle, which has actually been to space, was overwhelming for the little kid inside me. If you ever find yourself in Washington, D.C., we highly recommend taking the time to explore this extraordinary museum. It's a must visit, something that will leave you with a deep appreciation of flying machinery.
It was bright and sunny the next day. Our first stop was the Great Falls Park. The road to get to the park is filled with lush greenery, particularly the towering trees that provide shade and a sense of tranquility. The falls is not far from the parking area, and as we stepped closer to the overlook, a breathtaking scene unfolds before us.
If you are following our channel, you would know that we have seen and featured many waterfalls. Regardless of shape and size, waterfalls never cease to mesmerize us. Just look at the power and the beauty of the Great Falls. The twirling currents, sculpted rock formations, and the lush greenery surrounding the falls create a picturesque scene. As you can see, we took a moment to enjoy this beauty.
The Great Falls is the main attraction of this park, and the feature that makes the waterfalls unique are the series of cascading waterfalls created by the Potomac River. The rushing water cascades over rugged rock formations create a mesmerizing display of white froth and spray. They say the falls are particularly impressive after periods of heavy rainfall when the water levels are high.
I'm okay till here.
Nihal and I dared ourselves to get close to the rushing water. If you plan to do this, beware of sharp rocks. It was a little scary, but certainly worth it, especially when we reached the bottom and felt the power of the raging water. Aside from the falls, the park offers massive space for picnics and scenic trails that wind through lush forest and rocky terrain.
The Great Falls Park in Virginia is a great place if you want to immerse yourself in nature's beauty, enjoy outdoor activities, and appreciate the raw power of the Potomac River.
Our next stop was the National Mall in Washington, D.C. We were lucky to find a nice parking spot. Families, tourists, and locals alike stroll along the pathways, eagerly exploring the iconic landmarks that make this place so special. We continued our journey along the National Mall, approaching the towering Lincoln Memorial. This is a majestic and historic monument dedicated to President Abraham Lincoln. As you can see, it features a striking Greek temple design with 36 columns representing the states at the time of Lincoln's death. Inside, a magnificent statue of Lincoln sits in a thoughtful pose, while inscriptions of his famous speeches decorate the walls. This memorial is a reminder of Lincoln's leadership and his dedication to freedom and unity.
This also serves as a gathering place for people to celebrate, protest, and reflect on issues of social justice and equality. Many historic events, such as Martin Luther King Jr.'s iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, have taken place on the steps of this memorial, adding to its significance as a site of national importance. The Lincoln Memorial also offers breathtaking views of the surrounding area, including the National Mall and the reflecting pool.
We continued and took a leisurely walk along the reflecting pool. Despite the crowd, there was something that evoked tranquility in the atmosphere.
We stopped at the World War II Memorial. It's a magnificent tribute to the brave men and women who served during World War II. This memorial is designed to honor the sacrifices and the victory of the Allied forces. The site features a central plaza with a large pool, surrounded by 56 granite pillars representing US states and territories. There are inscriptions of notable quotes and dates. The memorial offers a space for reflection and appreciation of the intense impact of World War II.
The walking continued, and it was an opportunity I took to capture bits and pieces of the city, the structure and sceneries. Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, is a captivating city with a unique blend of historical grandeur and modern vibrancy. Walking at the street offers a charming and diverse experience. The wide avenues are adorned with iconic landmarks, historical buildings, and vibrant neighborhoods. The streets are beautifully landscaped with greenery, and the architectural mix ranges from neoclassical to modern designs. Along the way, you'll find shops, cafes, and restaurants to explore. If you plan to visit Washington, D.C., spare time to stroll around, as it allows you to immerse yourself in the city's unique ambience and discover its hidden treasures.
Finally, the moment has come to see the White House. Seeing the White House from a far distance was an interesting moment. The White House is heavily guarded. This iconic building connects you to the legacy and the greatness of the United States.
The National Mall is seriously enormous, but we pushed ourselves to continue and complete the sightseeing. I finally got close to the impressive Washington Monument, the tallest stone structure in the world. The monument's historical significance as a tribute to George Washington and its elegant design create a deep connection to America's past. The simplicity of its structure against the city's skyline highlights its greatness. You would see this structure in every corner of the National Mall. Finally, we reached the US Capitol. Just like the White House, seeing the US Capitol for the first time is an interesting experience. The majestic neoclassical architecture and iconic dome are impressive. The Capitol's historical and political significance as the center of American governance is evident. The serene surroundings and manicured grounds seem to provide a peaceful backdrop to reflect on the weight of history.
Overall, the National Mall is a must-visit place. But it's not just a place for history and monuments. It's also a space for people to come together and create lasting memories.
And that's our exploration of Washington, D.C. and also Virginia. It is going to be a long journey. We are so thankful for the warm welcome, the generosity, the time, love and care that Nihal, Burak and Ali have given us. You made our stay memorable. If you are fascinated with the size and richness of the National Mall, the journey through history, art and remarkable landmarks, please don't miss to like and subscribe to our channel. See you in our next trip. Bye for now.